I am so tired of you acting like you speak for the people of the state of Indiana or the city of Indianapolis. You do not speak for me or anyone I know. Now listen, you two jerks. Jerks on the right.
Hey, good morning. Hello.
Hi.
Like I'm not centered. Okay. All right.
You need to show your work.
Oh my God. Yeah. I was showing Mock this morning that you guys remember
This is amazing.
Remember the gift that I got from Mock about I organized my books. Do you see my books? They're all organized.
You did it.
I did them according to color. And then there's one book. There's a teeny, I don't want them to fall. There's a teeny tiny little book in here. And one of the books in here, it's called Birthday Girl. Can you see it? You probably can't see it. It says Birthday Girl. It got its own shelf. They're all, you can't really see it, but they're all organized according to color. I did that.
How long did it take you to do it?
Maybe an hour.
Really?
Maybe
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, probably an hour. I just sat and it took my time. It was glorious. I plan on dumping them sometime this week. And then I want to do it according to author, which is going to be hard. It's going to, because I mean, my eyes are not that good. I get new glasses this week. So when I get my new glasses and I can actually read, I'll do that. But yeah, highly recommend for anybody out there who's really into organizing.
The amount that I would hate that project, I cannot even tell you. This is how we differ. I would just be like, I don't want to do that at all.
And listen, they're not fake books. Those are real books, you guys. They're actual books. Those are real. They're
like the pages inside have teensy tiny writing?
No, there's no pages inside, but the covers of the books and the backs of the books are real books.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Just putting that out there. They're real and they're spectacular.
Oh my God. Anyway, that was a remarkable work.
It really was. There. Happy birthday to me.
You guys, we're going to kick off the show today a little differently because I had a fight with a follower of ours on X yesterday that in hindsight, I just can't even believe it happened. Like, I'm just like, the things that people will decide to get mad about are so stupid. And so I thought, this is just the dumbest fight, maybe one of the dumbest fights I've ever had on Twitter. And I thought, this should be shared because we know that some people in our audience are old school like we are. They went back, they learned grammar back in the day where you diagram sentences and you learned all the things.
Back when it was proper.
Yes. So there was a tweet that I happened to come across that I just thought was funny because I was just feeling kind of defiant about it. And I said, well, you'll see the tweet. So this Thrilla the Gorilla said, "Dear friends older than 42, which we obviously are, you don't have to put 2 spaces after the period anymore. That was for the typewriter era. You're free." And I just said,
we are free.
I will always put 2 forever and always, and no one can stop me.
That's right.
And, I mean, it's not like I was being, I don't think that was particularly mean. I was just saying myself personally, I'm always going to do this. And
I will too.
You can't tell me what to do.
It's how I learned when I took my typewriter, my typing classes back in high school, and I will always do it forevermore. Amen.
That and nobody is going to, it doesn't matter what rule book decides that you aren't supposed to do that anymore, unless you're going to be arrested. I see no reason why anybody can tell you how many spaces to put after a period.
Right.
So one of our followers, and I looked because she did follow us. This is a woman by the name of Sherry Ray. This upset her like to no end. Okay. So she said, well, if you ever have something edited professionally and published by a professional company, they will stop you from putting 2 spaces because to do so is contrary to Chicago Manual of Style and the gold standard of proper grammar. 2 spaces, she went on to say, reveals your ignorance.
Well, that's pretty interesting. I don't know if I consider the Chicago Manual of Style the gold standard either. I mean, there's APA and there's MLA and there's the AP. There's a lot of different manuals of style, but if you want to go with the Chicago, that's fine. The Chicago Manual of Style said in 1993, we're going to go ahead and do away with the 2 spaces. Okay. You
can't teach me to type one way and then expect me for no reason to just stop doing it that way.
Right, Chicago. How about you suck it? How about you suck it, Chicago? Some of us are like, no, we're not going to pay attention to you. I was a writer back in the day. And
That's right.
When Chicago said you could do this, I was like, I'm not going to listen to you. And so I didn't listen to them. And then the APA did it in 2020. Still, a lot of people like us were like, and so we just didn't listen, you know?
And we're not gonna. I'm sorry, but like you can't just decide for willy-nilly that you're gonna stop this when there is no reason to stop it. There's just no reason. Yeah. And so if you want to only do the one space, that's fine.
You do you.
You can't. That's exactly right. But I learned the 2 spaces. I'm always going to do the 2 spaces. Yes. And this grammar Nazi, Sherry Ray, does not get to tell me that I am ignorant because of it. And especially like, well, if you ever have something editing professional. We have. That is what I said back to her. And so you knew I was going to take up this fight.
Totally.
And I said, well, we are published authors already, thanks to Penguin Random House. And they didn't seem to think we were ignorant when they gave us a book deal. We will send them your regards. So obviously she either didn't believe us or like had to go like check for herself.
Oh, she looked.
She looked. So she went right away to double check that we were not lying and said, well, did they keep the 2 spaces in your published books? No, they didn't, at least based on the sample pages on Amazon. So they did stop you from using 2 spaces.
Just cannot.
As I said, professionals such as myself who works in the publishing industry would do. And then she showed an excerpt from the Amazon page and said, only 1 space after the periods, like I said. And so I was so mad. I was like, I cannot believe we're having this fight. And I said, well, editors are going to edit. Doesn't mean they could stop us typing the way that we want. Are you okay? This should not be something that gets under your skin so much. I will always double space. You cannot stop me. I am not ignorant, and you can GFY.
I'm so glad I was not in this fight because there would have already been a GFY, but way before this. Like way before. She has so much more patience than I do.
And so then I was like, this fight needs to be shared. And because I just couldn't believe that someone was this upset about me personally choosing to double space. And so I retweeted her original just to share it with like everybody. And I was like, imagine getting this butthurt over the way someone else chooses to type.
Right.
Then I started noticing that the replies to this were like, what did she say? She's deleted the tweet. And so I had already saved the screenshot because I knew that I would have to share this on the show today. So I shared it with the people that were asking. And then I looked and saw that the reason it couldn't be seen is because she immediately blocked us. And I was like, this is just amazing.
Listen, people can use splint infinitives now. You know what I mean? It's like the Oxford comma. We could have like a total discussion about that. People end sentences with prepositions now. It's all just like willy-nilly. Everybody does what they want to do. It's just
Cats
crazy.
And dogs living together.
It's just crazy out there in grammar world. Everything's changed. All right. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Just like I don't like it that people don't dress up for church and football games and on planes anymore. You know what I mean? I don't like that either.
I wear yoga pants on planes.
I shake rakes at that. Yeah, but this is the thing. Like everything, things are different now. Doesn't mean I have to like it. I'm a midlifer. There are certain things I don't like. I'm going to always space twice after the end of a sentence.
Always.
And if you don't like that, move along, Sherry.
Right. Like there was no reason to get mad at the fact that just some random person in the universe is going, how is this going to bother you?
You're blocked.
How is this going to affect you?
You're blocked, Mock. You're blocked.
It's just so dumb. I couldn't believe that was an actual fight that I had, but I enjoyed
the
it.
Internet.
And so
the internet is a crazy, crazy place. That's why you need to follow us on the internet. You should follow us because we try to make it fun. chicksonright.com/links. That's where you can find all the things. Do it. Also, please subscribe to this podcast. If you haven't already, please do it. Please do it.
Do it. And you know what? This is actually a good time to talk about Healthy Cell also, because they have changed the name of one of their flagship multivitamins.
Yes, it used to be vegan essentials.
That's what I take.
Yes, and now it's named Daily Multi and Iron and Omega 3. Do I have that right? Is that right?
Mhm.
It's called Daily Multi and Iron and Omega 3, which is a mouthful. I think they didn't want people to think, wait, I'm not vegan, because
Right.
a lot of us aren't vegan. I know you're not vegan, but I think it's just because it has some B in there. But it's a daily. Like, you take that one. I take the hair, skin, and nails, and then the immune support. The immune support is kind of like my daily multi, but the daily multi is yours. And it has a lot of really good stuff for brain function and healthy bones and muscles. It has stuff for hair, skin, and nails in it, and it supports your immunity. It's all the same formula that it was before. And all the vegan certifications remain the same, but it just has a better name. I think they just wanted to put a really good name on it because people were like, I'm not vegan, so should I be taking this?
Right.
But it's just the reason these are so great is because they absorb, healthy cell vitamins are so great. They absorb 167% better than regular vitamins because it's liquid goo. It goes right into your system, and they're really good. I keep them in the fridge, especially in the summertime, and they taste so good. What is the vegan one? What is the flavor? Do you know?
It's like what is that flavor? I'm just
is it like just
I don't even think about it.
Is it like a fruit? Is it like a peachy fruity? I think it's like peachy, isn't it?
Peach mango.
Right. That's what I was like, peachy. So you can get the Daily Multi and Iron and Omega 3 at healthycell.com/chicks. Get 20% off your first order with promo code chicks. That's healthycell.com/chicks, promo code chicks. Do it. Do it.
All right. So I did some relaxing this weekend. I kind of unplugged, checked out for a good chunk of the long weekend, as I hope everyone else did too. And I guess I was most surprised once I plugged back into the world and to politics specifically. I guess I was most surprised by the fact that liberals' new thing over the weekend was to suggest that Trump is no longer alive, because he wasn't doing like 4 pressers a day like he normally does.
Mm-hmm.
They decided that means he's no longer with us.
Right.
That is how psychotic leftists are. And so they were even speculating, like, what's going on? Is he hospitalized? There's got to be something terribly wrong. They were speculating this nonsense on CNN. Here is an example.
I ask you, because I've heard from way too many Democratic friends over the weekend about what the president was doing all weekend.
Oh my God.
And I think he spent a part of the Labor Day weekend golfing at his golf club in Virginia. But there's also like this social media burst of like, is he healthy? What's actually happening? What color is his hat? What's going on here?
I don't know. I think everyone would like to know. I think that it's really disconcerting. The president has been very vocal with press all the time. I think in August, he spent 26 days doing public events or talking to press. So to go down for 6 days and just have a slew of true social posts that are very chaotic and people can't follow all of them, it's very concerning. And I think that it raises questions. The president could just be taking a few days down in August, which is normal for presidents to do. Or there could be actually something wrong. The problem is we don't know, and they're not being transparent about it.
And they're not being transparent about it. I swear. What did people do during Biden? Nothing. It was crickets. He was gone all the time. Remember, he'd call lids at like 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unbelievable. They're like, what's going on? He's having a holiday weekend.
Stupid.
He gets a weekend every once in a while. Oh my God, what's going on? Shut up.
My God, the speculation is just so stupid.
And of course, they want him dead. These people, that's what's so gross about these people. Like, they just are, the people on X that I was watching, they were liking the posts about him dying, which is just,
oh my God.
These people are so gross. They're just, I don't want to know them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the whole thing, especially compared with Biden, who is truly somebody to be genuinely concerned about. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. And like she said, or like he said, one of the two, he was tweeting all weekend long. And you always can tell when the tweets are his. You know what I mean? Like, he definitely has a very specific style. One of the earlier ones early in the weekend, it may have even been on Friday, was when he posted this video. He's apparently installed new security equipment into the Rose Garden. And so he's been watching like the contractors, because he's finished off like with with the patio area and all the tables with the Mar-a-Lago type umbrellas. And so he was mad because he saw a big giant like gash or whatever in, I don't know if it was in the sidewalk or somewhere in the garden. And because of the security cameras, he found out which contractor was responsible. So hopefully you'll be able to read this because it's a tweet. But it's also got a video under it, which is why the text is really small.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh my God. I use at the White House the most beautiful marble and stone available anywhere. Surfaces are very important to me as a builder. As everyone knows, I built many great buildings and other things over the years. At the White House, I'm very proud of the beautiful stonework we did in the Rose Garden, in this case, using limestone plus. The Rose Garden is completed and far more beautiful than anyone ever had in mind when it was conceived of decades ago. 3 days ago, while admiring the stonework, I happened to notice a huge gash in the limestone that extended more than 25 yards long. It was deep and nasty. I started yelling, "Who did this?" And I want to find out now. And I didn't say this in a nice manner. I wondered, was it vandalism or was it stupidity? Lo and behold, because of the fact that we've installed the finest security equipment everywhere, they brought back the stupid people with their boss watching and sunglasses. It was a subcontractor that was installing heavy landscaping on a steel cart that was broken and tilting badly, with it rubbing hard against the soft, beautiful stone. I love and respect great workers and contractors, but something like this should never happen. Now I will replace the stone, charge the contractor, and never let that contractor work at the White House again. But how great is the video equipment? We caught them cold. Make America great again. Dang, can you imagine being that contractor? Can you imagine?
I know, right? Getting put on blast by the president of the United States.
Yeah, this is totally him, because he is. It's like somebody said, he is super picky about that.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very particular about contracting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And again, this is just one of many tweets that he posted over the long weekend. Another one was about Chicago. There's been all this chat. Is he going to send National Guard to Chicago to deal with crime there? And Pritzker has been very clear he wants no part of that. And so even JB Pritzker got in on the whole, we need to see proof of life from the president. I mean, it's just so freaking absurd, you guys. So Donald Trump tweeted, 6 people were killed, 24 people were shot in Chicago last weekend. And JB Pritzker, the weak and pathetic governor of Illinois, just said he doesn't need help preventing crime. He is crazy. He better straighten it out fast or we're coming. MAGA. President DJT. And look at what JB wrote.
Why don't you send
everyone proof of life first? God, I mean,
what a piece of crap. It's just, I know it's gross, right? Where were you when Biden was in office? It's Labor Day weekend. That's the whole Labor Day. People take a day off from laboring. Sometimes a whole weekend even. Go figure.
This was the dumbest storyline I think I could have come back to, is realizing that people were actually suggesting with sincerity that there's something terribly wrong with the president.
Right. Yeah, it's just absurd. They want it. They're like manifesting it. They want that to happen, which shows you how sick and disgusting these people are.
Yep.
Including Pritzker.
Totally.
That guy.
One of the tweets that got a lot of attention was this next one that you're going to see. And it's about the COVID vaccine, which, it's been a while since we've talked about it in context of Donald Trump and his attitude towards the COVID vaccine. Because, of course, he was the mastermind, if you will, of getting that fast-tracked. Operation Warp Speed is something that Trump has long been very, very proud of. And we've always wondered, even after he got elected, we wondered, is he going to own any of the negative aspects of that vaccine, of all of the vaccines, particularly the mRNA vaccine? And it seems that he is starting to. So this tweet, I'll have you read this one too. This one caught a lot of people by surprise.
It is very important that the drug companies justify the success of their various COVID drugs. Many people think they are a miracle that saved millions of lives. Others disagree. With CDC being ripped apart over this question, I want the answer and I want it now. I have been shown information from Pfizer and others that is extraordinary, but they never seem to show those results to the public. Why not? They go off to the next hunt and let everyone rip themselves apart, including Bobby Kennedy Jr. and CDC, trying to figure out the success or failure of the drug companies' COVID work. They show me great numbers and results, but they don't seem to be showing them to many others. I want them to show them now to CDC and the public and clear up this mess one way or the other. I hope Operation Warp Speed was as brilliant as many say it was. If not, we all want to know about it and why. Thank you for your attention to this very important matter, President Donald J. Trump. I think he's just trying to be as objective as possible.
I do
think,
too.
Yeah, because I think during, and which is fantastic, because I think during the time he really wanted to help people. He was being benevolent. He wanted to help people. He wanted people to be okay. And he had professionals all around him saying, this is what's going to help people. And, you know, I think a lot of us probably, I'm sure there were a lot of us that thought, okay, well, a vaccine, right? I mean, like historically, we thought vaccines were probably okay. A lot of us did. I worked in pharma. But then when they started rolling that out, I was like, this is kind of fast, you know, and I didn't like the way that it was rolled out. And so I'm one of those people that said, I'm not taking it. I'm not doing it. I'm not putting that in my kid. I'm not putting it in myself. A lot of people in my family did. But I didn't. And there are reasons why I didn't. And I think, you know, he probably had questions too, but he was in that inner circle that was like, no, we're going to push this on. He has questions too, I'm sure. So I'm glad to see that objectivity in asking the questions now.
Well, I think this is the first time that we've seen him actually stand back and question whether maybe it wasn't as brilliant of an operation as he thought it was.
Right.
And so the fact that he's asking questions at all, I think it's such a good sign, because it means that he's not so dug in to the fact that he had a role to play in Operation Warp Speed that he's not willing to look critically at it. And I just think that that's really, really, really good.
Agreed.
Really good.
Totally agree. And I'm so glad that he has RFK on his staff now, looking
People
into
are
a lot of
mad right now. Oh my God, that super creepy, like, pentagram dude that we showed on Fridays. So mad. Well, so many people are leaving. Whatever. Get over it. I don't care.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because I mean, I think that he's just so pivotal when it comes to public health. There are so many people that hate him, and I'm okay with that. I'm just okay with him. I love that he's there. And
nobody reads more or asks more questions or studies the studies more than RFK Jr.
Yeah, he's pivotal for our public health.
And when you think about people leaving the CDC, you know, over him or over this reflection on the COVID vaccines, remember some of the decisions that the CDC made that were so damaging, like how people just couldn't go outside and enjoy the fresh air, or like, I mean, some of the
6 feet
rules,
apart. The 6 feet apart thing is such
outside.
Bullshit, you guys. Come on. Like some of the things, and Fauci getting on there saying you can't have Thanksgiving. Come on. Like some of the things, that guy should be in jail. I still want to see him in jail every time. I mean, I am waiting for that day when that little troll is in an orange jumpsuit. That will give me great joy.
It's just so dumb that we couldn't go out. We couldn't touch grass. We couldn't touch trees. We couldn't do anything.
Well, I
By
did.
the way,
I don't know about y'all.
Trees,
I did.
You need to be getting your trees from fastgrowingtrees.com.
Yes, you absolutely should. Because, you know, fall is planting season too. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people here know that. I'm not even a green thumb, but I kind of know that now. And it's because of them. But a lot of plants and trees actually do better when they're planted now, like this time of year. But you don't have to know anything about it. They can teach you about it. It doesn't matter if you live in Texas like I do, or if you live up north somewhere, but they have plant experts. They can help you find like the perfect plant that fits for your space, or the tree or shrub or whatever. I have the most amazing rose bushes from them, those red knockout roses. They grow like crazy. I've done nothing to them once I initially planted them, and they've looked gorgeous in our backyard for years. They're like the only thing that grow around here besides our yuccas and our Texas sage. But they're stunning, and I want to put them everywhere. I love them. We're going to put some in the front at our gate up in the front. But they have Fast Growing Trees has over 6,000 plants to fit any space, from like indoor plants to fruit trees to privacy trees, all sorts of stuff. And they have like this 14-point quality checklist that makes sure that you're getting like the best plant possible or tree possible for your home. So you can feel confident that you're getting the best one. And they have like zones. You can get online and pick the right zone depending on their zone finder. And it can tell you like based on where you live, this is the right plant for you, etc. So get up to 50% off on select plants and other deals at fastgrowingtrees.com. And then use code CHICKS at checkout for an extra 15% off your first purchase. So that's 15% extra savings at fastgrowingtrees.com. Use code CHICKS at checkout. Do it. Do it right now. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Also, I understand that Rudy Giuliani was in a car accident where he broke his back, which
I saw that
sucks. But President Trump also tweeted about Rudy Giuliani, saying, as President of the United States, I'm pleased to announce that Rudy Giuliani, the greatest mayor in the history of New York City and an equally great American patriot, will receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom, our country's highest civilian honor. Details as to time and place to follow. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
He really was a great mayor.
America's mayor, man.
He really was. Yeah, those were the days, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard he got in the car accident. He was trying to help some woman.
Really?
Yeah, he was actually trying to help somebody, and then he got in an accident. I think that's right. I'm pretty sure that that's what happened. God bless him.
Also, one of the other reasons that all of these rumors about Trump, not being alive anymore are so ridiculous is that our own former intern, Reagan Reese, had a sit-down interview with him.
Oh, my God.
And she posted the transcript from that interview. There is one part of that is getting a lot of attention. And I guess he showed her like this Hall of Fame, like this presidential wall Hall of Fame that is going to include photographs of previous presidents. And so she said, are you going to include Biden, a portrait of Biden? And instead of an actual portrait, Trump intends to show a picture of an autopen. And so it's actually going to be a portrait of the autopen.
Oh, my God. That is so great.
Yeah. He announced it with Reagan Reese, which I thought was so cool.
I love it. She's so great, you guys. Like I'm so proud of her. Like I'm not even trying to be condescending. I'm just because she's just younger, and I can say that because I'm like a mama. But we're so proud of Reagan. Oh my gosh, she's so awesome.
What an experience she's had so far at Daily Caller. Just amazing.
Just so wonderful.
Absolutely amazing. And then one other act from this administration that took place over the weekend, which is important, is that, and this is the New York Times reported on it, the United States is suspending visas for Palestinian passport holders, which means that this will prevent Palestinians from entering the country for any reason. So from now on, Palestinians who want to come for medical purposes, university studies, or just to visit friends and family will be denied entry. And I don't have a problem with this.
I don't have a problem with it either. But can we do China now? Can we do the 600,000 Chinese students? Because I feel like there are nefarious people there too. Because we always hear about them stealing trade secrets and like being spies. And so in our university, so why are we letting 600,000 students in? Why are we doing that? We could do so many
about it still.
I know, but I mean, like the Palestinians, I get it. Okay. There's so many other countries we could do this to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think that's just like, we're picking one and it's great. But can we pick some others? Maybe.
Can we expand?
Let's expand that. Yeah, let's do that.
Well, and I guess over the weekend, too, there was a people's conference for Palestine that occurred, and it included amazing speakers such as Rashida Tlaib, who, God, she's just so embarrassing.
Horrific. She's horrific.
Embarrassing. So here is a little excerpt from Rashida's speech.
They thought they could kill us, rape us, imprison us, violently uproot us from our olive tree farms, starve our children to death, and we would disappear. Well, guess what? Now we're in Congress, and we're every corner of the United States. We are just getting started. I want to say to all of them, every genocide enabler, look at this rooms, motherfuckers. We ain't going anywhere.
I
Oh,
guess I
she
should have
seems.
done a hide your kids, hide your wives warning.
Yeah, anytime she comes on, we got to do a hide your kids, hide your wives, because she's classy with the K. That one.
She always
Mhm.
looks so angry.
Be-
That's her
because she
default
is.
expression.
Because she always is angry,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
she
that's
hates
true.
America, and she wants to fundamentally transform it. Make no mistake, all of them do. The whole squad does. Horrific.
Yeah, and oh my God, so there was a chick there too who doesn't look angry. She looks, I mean, she is sheep in wolf's clothing, man. This is a chick by the name of Aisha. She's like one of the leaders of the Palestinian youth movement. And she was actually talking, and this is scary shit that she's suggesting. She was talking about how just regular, everyday Americans that are pro-Palestine should be doing things to thwart the United States efforts in just manufacturing like our flagship F-35 fighter planes. And so the fact that they're thinking at this level of strategery is freaking insane. But you're going to hear from her as she says this. It's Aisha. This is how to disrupt the F-35 program.
Is that 70% of the cost of the F-35 program actually comes from the supply chain. 70% of this $2 trillion that goes into the supply chain is literally because they need to transport the different components of the F-35 to different locations to assemble them. So what I'm saying to y'all is that if one specific node of the F-35 supply chain is intervened in, it has a huge impact on our people back home. What's important for us to know here is that the more that we know, the more that we can do. Knowledge is really power here. And we need to be surgical. We need to be strategic, and we need to be bold in our actions. Because there are many different points of these supply chains of death that we can intervene in, and we must intervene in.
Who is our people? Who is our people back home? Who is that?
I'm assuming she means, like, why is she not in Gaza right now? If that's
Is
home.
that those are her people back home? Then get the F out.
Yep.
We don't want you here. If those are your people back home, why are you here? Bye.
Mhm.
Bye, bitch. I'm so sick. I'm serious. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
By the way, just hide your kids and hide your wives for this whole show.
Just for the entire segment, at least, about these broads. Because you were thinking it. It's just that I'm saying it. Why does she say my people back home if she's living in America? This is what I cannot stand, Mom.
I know.
I can't stand it. And she's talking about thwarting F-35 programs. Like, so you don't want us to have a good military. You're trying somehow to undermine that. You're in the United States. You're enjoying all the fruits of a free market United States. You're saying all the things in a free society, and you're calling those people your people. Then go there.
She is a traitor.
Oh my God. We used to
we
frown
used to
upon that.
execute people for that.
Right. That used to be like treasonous. We used to frown upon that greatly in this country. Now we're like, oh, it's great. We should elect him.
It's fine.
Let's elect her to Congress. What in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, at the very least, we used to not let them in politics. Now they're all Democrats.
Yeah, it's their party platform.
It literally is.
But Rashida was not wrong when she talks about, that they're basically in Congress, that their support is growing. Another one of these ridiculous flotillas was supposed to take off this past weekend, headed for Gaza. Of course, Greta Thunberg was on it, but they had this, and it was leaving from Spain, and thousands of people were there to rally them and cheer them on. I mean, it was really... It's a stunning sight. It's absolutely amazing how many people are in support of this nonsense. Look at Greta. She looks like she's absolutely trying to push out a turd.
What is that whole look?
I don't know.
She looks like Lord Farquhar. What is happening? She is Shreking it right here. What is going on?
She just looks absolutely ridiculous.
Yikes.
And so they left. They had this crowd of people, cheering them on. They left and then had to turn back around because there were storms.
Yeah.
So the flotilla did not get off to a good start. It has left again as of this morning. So I guess
There are 5. There are 5 smaller
Good luck
boats
with
that
that.
have turned back, I guess, and she's on one of them. So we're
Right.
still waiting to see like what is going on. Apparently, like Israel's national security minister is developing a plan that will detain them under terrorism. Like he's going to intercept them and be like, y'all are terrorists. You can't do this. And you know what? Good. Thumbs up
Yeah.
to that is right. Yeah. Because
It's just such a waste of resources, though, that they have to detain them and then they got to hold them and they got to process and they got to deport them and they got to pay for all that.
I don't think that they should. I don't think that they should do it. I think they should just let them get to Gaza. Let them go. Let them show up. Let Gaza have them. I don't know why they detain them. I don't know why they intercept them. Don't let her go and be there. Let all the Hamas people hang out with her. Let her let them have Lord Farquhar. Why would we not allow that? You know what I mean? I don't know why why are they, because I feel like that's protecting her. Don't protect her. Don't protect any of these people. Let them have them.
Somehow IDF would get blamed for not protecting them. That's what would happen.
I just don't know why I don't see why. It's not.
Why do they get blamed for half the stuff that goes on
my
anyway?
God, it's not their responsibility. I honestly, why? Just go.
Yeah.
They should be like, we're washing our hands of it. They should make a statement and say, you know what? Let them, if they want to go to Gaza, then let Gaza handle them. And we are washing our hands of it. We are out of it. We have nothing to do with whatever happens to them. That is our statement. And let them deal with what they're going to deal with. And we'll see what happens to Lord Farquhar and her little band of merry men.
It's just such a ridiculous.
It's stupid.
The whole thing is so stupid. It's so stupid. These are people who do not use proper virus protection on their computers. That's how dumb they are. And they should use WebRoot. Because WebRoot is what the pros use.
Oh my God, they totally do. Yes, WebRoot is powerful. It's affordable. It's for individuals and families. It's like car insurance because you should not be driving online without it. And so you should have it. It is what the professionals use. It has antivirus and web protection, has identity protection, has VPN and backup. It protects up to 5 devices. It has real-time antivirus. It has firewall and network monitoring, fast scans with minimal system impact. There's a web threat shield. There's a system cleaner. It's really awesome, especially if you have like elderly parents, you want to put them on it. You have children, students, seniors in the house, stuff like that. It has advanced dark web monitoring. Nobody understands the dark web. It's like the cloud. So you can get 50% off WebRoot Total Protection or WebRoot Essentials by going to webroot.com/chicks. And it's only available at webroot.com/chicks. You can get 50% off. That's a really good deal. So check it out. Go there, webroot.com/chicks.
Speaking of Israel and Palestinians, Coldplay. I'm so disappointed in Coldplay.
No.
So I don't even know where this concert was that they were giving, but Chris Martin very much enjoys audience participation, as we saw from that CEO and the scandal that happened like a month ago. And at this concert, he decided to bring 2 young fans onto the stage with him, which he found out that these 2 girls were Israeli. And then Chris Martin became the weirdest, condescending schmuck ever, saying that despite where they were from, he was going to treat them as equal humans.
Oh my God.
So freaking bizarre, you guys. Just watch it.
Avia and Carl, where did you come from today? From Israel. Okay, well, listen.
They're booing them?
I'm going to say this. I'm very grateful that you're here as humans, and I'm treating you as equal humans on earth, regardless of where you come from or don't come from. Thank you for being here. We're grateful, and thank you for being loving and kind. Okay, I'm writing a sign. And although it's controversial maybe, I also want to welcome people in the audience from Palestine, because we have
oh my God.
a belief that we're all
I cannot.
human. And
What a piece of crap.
Do you know how I know you're gay?
What a
You listen to Coldplay.
What a coward. So he
Yeah.
he said that he was going to treat them as equal human beings despite where they were from.
Right.
But he also wants to make sure to say hi to Palestinians who might be in the crowd. Oh my
Hey.
God.
Hey, Hamas, how you doing?
What an idiot.
Hey.
That was just ridiculous.
I'm sure there's a lot of people from Hamas at the Coldplay concert. They're all just like, hey, we love Yellow. It's our favorite song. What the hell?
It's just what a disappointment, man.
Swear.
It's such a disappointment.
Douchebag.
Also, eternally disappointing is Jasmine Crockett, who, we've shown the clips of what she can sound like when she's trying to sound like a normal human being, and then what she sounds like when she's ghettoing it up. She ghettoed it up so much harder than even she normally does. I don't know what event.
How can you do that?
Because it got to the point where you could barely understand her. There were words that I was like, I don't.
So we needed Barbara, what's her name, to come in there and be like, I speak jive.
I speak jive.
We needed her to come in from airplane.
But I think she's talking about Republicans who have affairs. I think.
Oh.
Don't hold me to that.
Okay.
That's just what it kind of sounded like, but you be the judge.
Okay.
Baby, because these people, they are crazy because they always talk about how Christian they is. Yeah, I don't know how many of them on that side are getting divorced because they getting caught up sleeping with their co-workers, staffers, interns, all the things. Yeah, you ain't got to believe me. Just go Google. You'll find some of it. I'm telling you, and the wives is being messy and petty. They putting it in the divorce. I'm like, ooh, that's got to be true because your lawyer would know that they going to lose it if they...
Ooh, girl, put on the bra. Shut.
What? That was that was ghetto to 11.
It was. I mean, she was literally playing a role, but she's got to do something about the girls. You need to tie those things down. You need to wrap it up. Okay. Cause damn.
She's so disgusting. I mean, just every member of the squad is
gross,
so detestable.
Although,
I mean, they're
I
just
saw
awful.
that Soros loves her. Soros is propping her up. So that's his next big star, and he's going to put a bunch of money into her. And so
Isn't she going to lose though because of the whole redistricting thing?
It doesn't matter if Soros loves you; he'll make it happen. He'll just piles of money will be thrown at her, and he will make something happen with her ridiculous. What? I don't but can we there are bras. They exist. Good Lord.
Speaking of idiots on the left, Caitlin Bennett of what is Liberty Hangout? That's her site. She does those great man on the street interviews, and I don't even remember what campus this is, but she's talking to college kids who welcome criminal migrants being released from prisons onto college campuses. This is just the most leftist stupidity on display. Behold.
We should abolish jail, and we should allow all the violent immigrants and yes.
We should allow them to what?
Stay here.
Okay. Do you think that we could abolish jails, get all the violent immigrants, your words, and all the violent felons in jail? Could we put them here at USF on campus?
Yes, and I'll hang out with them.
You'll hang out with them?
Mm-hmm.
People give people labels all the time. And
no, they named themselves, they named their own gang, MS-13.
Yeah, but you saying violent, which I understand, but gangs are there for a reason. Gangs are there for community, and they're there because... Listen, gangs are formed for a community. They're formed because they're lacking something, and that they couldn't
drug
find,
cartels and human trafficking and sex trafficking and gang raping.
No, that's a byproduct of human evil. That's not what gangs. I'm saying gangs in general, not MS-13.
But you're okay with American citizens going to jail for committing crimes, but you're telling me that when someone that's not an American citizen comes over and commits a crime, they should be allowed to stay.
They should be able to go to American jail.
So you want them to be housed in American jails?
Yeah, they did the crime in America, didn't they?
These idiots.
That first chick is like, yeah, I'll hang out with them. I mean, that tracks. If you look at her, it tracks. You know what I mean? But okay. I think we should hold her to it. I think we should totally do it. Get some of those MS-13 guys to hang out with her. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be.
I think we should make it a reality show. Make it a reality show. I will watch that. I want to see it. I want to see them hang out with her. What that hanging out looks like.
I'm
Let's
sure that would
see
be
it.
a great
They
time.
can live
Great
with her,
time.
move in with her in her little 1-bedroom apartment. Let's see how that works out when they hang out. Good Lord, the brainwashing of these people. It's just, it's like something I've never seen before.
Well, and there's just so much ignorance on that side of the aisle that it's truly astounding. And I know we've already said hide your kids, hide your wives for this entire program today. But it's not just because of the cussing, it's because of this next person's teeth. Like I know it's going to be hard to concentrate on what she's saying. You guys, the teeth in this video are just not okay. But this is because you're going to be distracted by that. And I know this already. I'm just going to give you a quick summary. She is suggesting that when conservatives complain about people getting handouts, you know, that it's taxpayer money and we don't like handouts, we like hands up, but we don't like handouts. She's saying if you have ever taken out a loan, that is a handout. That is how effed in the head these people are.
Okay.
Just get ready for the teeth.
Okay, here we go.
Unpopular opinion.
Oh, God.
If you have a credit card and you hate people who ask for handouts, you are a person asking for a handout. A credit card is somebody else's money.
Oh, my God.
Okay. So for all you right-wingers who are all, oh, stop giving people handouts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you have a credit card, you're a hypocrite.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go look in a mirror.
Okay, because you shouldn't.
Also, if you have ever applied for a loan, you were applying for a handout.
That's not how loans work.
No.
So, for all you extremists who are all, stop giving them handouts. Like, did you buy your house flat out? Did you, like, write a check for the full amount for your house's value? No, you did not. You got a loan. You asked for a handout because you couldn't afford a house.
Okay.
She's so proud.
She's very earnest. She's very earnest in her stupidity. Okay.
And the fact that most of you can't see this.
Oh, we see a lot right now.
Like, go back to school.
Okay. You know what? You guys don't meth with her. Okay.
Do not meth with that chick.
Don't meth with her.
What? But she genuinely believed all of
She
that, though.
did.
There's
She
no
did.
question. She was straight up serious and proud.
You guys need to go back to school. Just don't meth with her.
Do not meth.
Don't.
Not even once.
Not once. God help us. Why do you subject us to this stuff, Mom?
Well, and then lastly in this segment, Mary Kate Delvey, who is a activist when it comes to being anti-trans. She's great. You should follow her if you're not already. She is responding to somebody else's video in which they're saying, why in the world would anyone choose to be a trans woman when they have to survive in the patriarchy? And this is definitely a hide your kids, hide your wives moment because there is some language. Mary Kate is very, very earnest and very strong in her language, but she is so freaking spot on. Please enjoy.
I don't get. If being trans was a choice, why on earth would someone choose to be a woman in a patriarchal world?
Because it's a fucking fetish, Janet! Because it gets their dick hard! That's what cross-dressing has always been about for these men. They're not some poor, vulnerable people oppressed because they're women born into men's bodies. They're men with fetishes. They talk constantly about their euphoria boners. I get aroused when I have gender euphoria. Is that weird? Today I got a boner in the women's restroom. You can go to my pinned post and watch 2.5 hours of this shit. You can go to any of their forums and listen to the things that they say to each other when they think that dumbasses like you aren't listening. Oh, I just can't understand why a man would pretend to be a woman. Because he's a porn-addicted degenerate, Janet. This is not a civil rights movement. This is a pervert's rights movement. At best. These are men who see women as a fetish costume and not as human beings. And at worst, they're men who get off on our discomfort when they invade our spaces, watch us undress, threatening to rape lesbians if they won't suck their girl dicks. You are crusading for perverts.
She's so right.
She's spot on. But you know what? We should let him in our girls' locker rooms. Yeah. How about no? How about no? Oh my God.
She's good stuff right there.
Yeah, she is good stuff.
Also, just another reason to hate the media, as if there weren't already enough. MSNBC decided to make a thing out of the fact that Kamala Harris's Secret Service has been discontinued. And the problem with them making a thing out of this issue is that it's not an issue. So every time for any VP in history ever, former VPs only get 6 months of protection by law. This is the same for Al Gore. This is the same for McCain, Pence, everybody that was ever in a VP position. They only got 6 months of protection. Former candidates for president, which of course Kamala was for whatever, 100 and something days, they have it for 120 days. So no matter which job title you're going off of, she's done. She no longer gets Secret Service. But because it has now ended, people are acting like Trump is taking something away from her that is rightfully hers.
Right.
This is how ridiculous the media is. They don't tell you that. They just make it sound like Trump is some sort of a villain. Listen to the idiots on MSNBC.
No, because the Secret Service works for weeks on these things. The security apparatus is planned for a very long time, so they weren't prepared for it. You know, but it's also a piece of how Donald Trump works, right? Because it is retributive, right? It's not just, we want to save money on the Secret Service or, this is weird. They do it because, some of the Harris folks said because of distractions from all of the things that are swirling around. And two, just because he doesn't like Vice President Kamala Harris. At the end of the day, that is what I heard over and over and over again. And it speaks to how Donald Trump operates. He used the government to deal with his own personal animosity with people.
So stupid.
They
couldn't bother to just do the tiniest bit of due diligence.
Oh God, they're not going to research. What are you kidding?
I guess I
Research
should
is
have
so
known
beneath
better.
them. Plus, I want them to paint happy little flowers.
Happy trees. Happy trees.
Happy trees.
I mean, it's inexcusable how much
Right.
these people lie to you. Inexcusable.
Yep, absolutely.
But speaking of Kamala, I think the reason they're mad is because she's not going to have Secret Service on her little book tour. And now she's doing all these promos for her book tour, and they're so stupid.
Well, she can hire private security.
Exactly.
She has enough money to do that. She can hire it. So do it.
Yeah, exactly. So here's an example of one of her little book tour promos.
Okay, I almost forgot these. Let me make some room. Actually, I think I have everything I need.
I've never not seen her in a pantsuit. That was really weird.
Yeah, but it's like a pantsuit made of sweats.
Right. It was like pajama pantsuit. Is what it was. It was really odd.
I actually would totally wear that. Like
I know.
liked it.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. It's just it's very strange seeing her not in a brown, ugly, baby diaper color pantsuit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, she looks fine. It's just
right.
I don't know who's scripting her book tour promos, but
bad. So somebody who does
wasn't
not
good.
like her. Bad.
And speaking of terrible people from California, Gavin Newsom, both Gavin Newsom and JB Pritzker actually over just this past weekend decided to say the quiet part out loud when it comes to what their fears are with respect to ICE. And so it's very, very interesting what they're saying here without saying it. See if you can read between these lines.
You think ICE is not going to show up around voting and polling booths to chill participation? You know that. The National Guard, you know that. Everybody knows what's at stake. So we have to put a stake in the ground and do things differently.
Oh, so you don't want illegals to vote?
I thought they weren't allowed to anyway.
What? Wait,
That
that's
doesn't
so
make
weird.
sense. What's
Wait a
happening
second
there?
Gavin. Are you wanting to do something illegal with the illegals?
Or are you worried that all of the illegals who have been illegally voting are not going to be able to illegally vote any longer?
For people like you. Oh, there's a thought. Because you're a cheater.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just interesting that he and JB Pritzker said something similar. Here's JB.
This is a part of his plan to do something really nefarious, which is to interfere with elections in 2026. He wants to have troops on the ground to stop people from voting, to intimidate people from going to the voting booth. So take note. That is what this is all about.
What people, Pritzker? What people? They're insufferable. They're so insufferable. They're such cheaters.
I know. And they're just, now I guess they're saying it kind of openly and maybe just hoping that people won't read between the lines. I don't know, but they are shameless about saying it. Shameless. And it's so interesting how much Democrats have shifted on this issue. The reason for my name today is because there is a clip going around socials of Chuck Schumer from 1996 warning about one of the reasons that illegals flock to the United States. It has to do with fraud.
Over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud.
Huh. Mm-hmm. It's so weird that he doesn't say that anymore. Like all of a sudden, illegals are fine.
They're all like that though, Mock. I mean, like you look at, in fact, my daughter showed me a video of Hillary Clinton talking about illegal immigration years ago. She showed me one of Bill Clinton. She showed me one of Obama. She's like, Mom, is it true that Obama deported more illegals than President Trump? And I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. She's like, okay, because you wouldn't know it. I'm sorry, my dog's going crazy. She's like, because you wouldn't know it. By the way, the media talks about it now. And I'm like, yes, that's true, honey. I'm glad that you can think critically because it's absolutely true. And they lie to you. So she's starting to see like how they talked about it differently back in the days of yore.
Yep.
And those videos are floating around, and because it doesn't suit them politically. Like it doesn't help them politically. They are liars. They're liars.
They are total liars. And Democrats, they're struggling right now with their messaging, and they are on the struggle bus, and they don't seem to be learning from any of the mistakes that they made in this last election. And somebody who's really mad about this is James Carville, who is furious after seeing what we showed last week from that Democrat summit that they had, the DNC summit, where Ken Martin, the chair of the DNC, had a land acknowledgement at the beginning. You remember that? Because they just don't get it. They just do not learn. And so James Carville was losing his
Why are you bringing this up in an election?
Oh my God.
Okay? What we did, but all kinds of things with slavery, with experimenting with drugs, what we did during what happened in the Confederacy during the Civil War, and Andersonville, and it's okay. This is an election, and the DNC is not the place to discuss this. Understand this. The DNC does not exist to right wrongs. It doesn't exist to acknowledge the more unpleasant parts of history. It doesn't exist to make people feel good. It exists, get this through your head, to win elections. Now, do you think that is going to help us win elections, say, like we did in Iowa, which is, I think, close to Minnesota? My geography is there.
You're good on that.
By talking about land theft from the Dakotas. We're not. Please stop this. In the name of a just, merciful God. Don't you see what's happening? Don't you see where this has brought us to? For God's sakes, lady. What is Ken Martin doing that? You don't have but one job, Ken. It's to win.
It's cute that he thinks he has control over this, It's
I know.
cute.
Look at him thinking he has relevance still.
Right. I mean, listen, dude, they are so far gone, but it's cute that you think that you can actually get that ship to come back in to the harbor because they have sailed, dude. They are gone. But nice LSU sweatshirt.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, they are. There's still so many folks on the left who just feel this innate pull to be as woke as possible.
Right.
Here's another great example. This is from an NPR show. I think it's from Elsa Chang. I don't know who this interviewer is, but she's got one of those really lullaby good night voices.
An NPR voice.
Yeah, like a total
NPR voice.
She was interviewing Amy Klobuchar shortly after the latest trans shooter attack in Minnesota, and Amy referred to the shooter as a he throughout the interview. So after they wrapped it up, you'll hear what this NPR lady said.
That this horrific offender that it was all purpose hate, right? He hated a lot of different groups. It wasn't one ideology or another.
We're going to have to leave it there. That is Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for thinking of us. Thank you.
And just a point of clarification, Senator Klobuchar referenced the shooter as he. Although police have identified a suspect, it's still unclear at this time what that person's gender is or how they identify.
Yes.
What a ridiculous thing to say.
Woke losers, also sweaty balls. Sweaty balls.
What? I mean, can you just... I can't.
It's so predictable. Whoever listens to NPR, just stop it. Stop.
And they truly are. Democrats are just lost. And so when they feel lost, what do?
Took back what he stole from us. Took it back. Took back our dignity. Took it back. Took back our humanity. Well, we went down to the rich man's house and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back. Took back our dignity. Sing, y'all. Took it back.
What's up with the cape? What's the cape?
I don't know.
What's he wearing? That old dude's wearing a cape. He's like, I'm super lib.
Oh my God. They're struggling, you guys.
They are mentally ill.
They really are. They really are. And again, always on the wrong side of every issue. Brandon Johnson, who of course is fighting just like JB Pritzker to keep Trump from, assisting law enforcement in Chicago with their horrible crime rate. He actually signed a bill preventing local law enforcement in Chicago to collaborate in any way with anyone that Trump sends to help. Here he is being all proud of his new...
I'm signing an executive order today that will launch the Protecting Chicago Initiative. This is a project that builds on the months of preparation that we have done, that has led up to this very moment. This order affirms that the Chicago Police Department will not collaborate with military personnel on police patrols or civil immigration enforcement.
Oh my gosh, cannot. I just can't. We're signing an order that we don't want crime to go down. What?
We want crime.
What?
We want crime.
What is the crazy that gets embedded in these people's brains? I cannot understand it. I just can't. I'm glad I can't. I'm just glad I can't understand that. I can't understand why people wouldn't want crime to go down in their communities.
I mean, DC, for the most part, their citizens seem to be happy, the ones that aren't crazy.
And their mayor,
the mayor is also saying, you know what? Our crime stats have gone down by like a whole big bunch. I mean, that's a good thing.
It may have stung a little for her to say that out loud, but you know what? At least she has a shred of sense to go, it's working. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with it. Because why would I want to fight? Why would I want to fight that? But these other asshats, they're just so why would you do that? Why would you say, I want crime in the city that I'm supposed to be representing the people and my job is to keep them safe.
Yes, exactly.
That's your job. That's like, you have one job to do. And you're
it's the primary job.
That's your job. And you're like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. Cause I hate this guy so much. I hate Orange Man. So I have TDS so bad. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Oh my God.
I mean, it is insane. And there's another governor of Maryland, Wes Moore, who's getting a lot of flack right now for claiming he had a Bronze Star before he actually had one. So that's been a storyline with him. But another storyline with him is that he has been on TV constantly, you know, slamming Trump for wanting to help these communities fight crime. Of course, Baltimore is it's no prize when it comes to crime. I mean, it's bad there.
Totally.
And
yeah.
so Wes Moore, I predict that he's going to make a run for president also. I think he is going to be in the running. And he's one of those slick Gavin Newsom types, right? Where he sounds good. The words that come out of his face sound good, but it's all bullshit. Like, he's a total bullshit artist. And you can tell this, I got to give this reporter, I'm not sure who she is or where she's from, I got to give her props for the way that she presents this question. Because she's like, do you really care about crime and stopping it? Or do you care about just getting on TV? And just watch the slick way that he answers this question.
The National Guard has been deployed in D.C. on August 11th. You've been on national TV 9 times. Is what you're doing really best for the people of Maryland and the people of Baltimore, or is it best for Wes Moore's political career?
My only concern is the people of Maryland.
Okay.
That's it. And that's what I'm fighting for. You're never going to hear me talk about what this means for me personally. It's only about what it means for our folks. And when I'm watching the kind of attacks that our folks are facing right now,
so fake.
when I'm watching the fact that we're watching tariff policies that are raising the prices on everything.
What?
Everything from the clothes that people are buying as they're getting ready to send their kids back to school, to the food that people are eating, to their energy prices. Energy prices have risen by 10% nationally since the President of the United States has come on board. It's about them.
He's
so fake.
He's so full of crap. You can just tell. He's like, it's about them. It's about the people. I'm fighting for the people. No, you're not. No, I mean, God. So he's
you gotta
great.
Beware.
He's a great politician, though. Yeah, he's effective, though, isn't he?
Exactly.
He's believable. Like, again, the theater kids. It's like they practice this crap in the mirror.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Like, it's so rehearsed, what he said.
So good at
and
it.
in fact, speaking of being rehearsed, every single time that a reporter has called him out for the whole Bronze Star issue, they'll say, basically, clearly, why did you lie? Why did you lie about it? And he will answer every single time, I'm very proud of my service in the military. I'm proud of this. I'm proud of the people I served alongside of. Like, he just dances and dances and dances around it and won't answer the question directly about how can you be trusted? They're masters at this. And the idiots out there fall for it. They're oh yeah, that sounds great. It sounds so good.
It's cult of personality is what it is.
Yeah.
They love it.
And I know you mentioned Hillary Clinton earlier. Bill Clinton apparently recently said at some rally that MAGA, the very idea of MAGA, is a dog whistle for racism. And so our friend Cruise Control had a video about this because he was like, oh, really? MAGA is a dog whistle? Let's do a little jump down memory lane, shall we? And this is what he showed.
I believe that together we can make America great again. To secure a better future for your children and your grandchildren, and to make America great again. I want to attack these problems and make America great again. It's time for another comeback. Time to make America great again.
Damn, Slick Willie. Monica puffed on your cigar so hard the hypocrisy smoke is still lingering, huh? Decades later. Straight up called it a dog whistle. If you're a white Southerner, you know exactly what it means. His quote.
That message where I'll give you America great again is, if you're a white Southerner, you know exactly what it means, don't you? What it means is, I'll give you the economy you had 50 years ago, and I'll move you back up on the social totem pole and other people down.
Either it was racist when he said it, or it's not racist when Trump said it. Pick a lane. You can't make this shit up.
You really can't.
The Clintons, man. The Clintons.
Scumbags.
Absolute worst politicians on the planet. They're the absolute worst. They're the top of the heap worst. And then the Obamas aren't that close. You know, they are the closest next to them. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the Clintons are the top. They're like the absolute worst. Hillary's even worse than he is. but he's pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. He's real
Gross.
bad. And I again, their video doesn't go away.
No.
Does he not remember that he used to say exactly that?
Yeah,
Does
but
he just not
liberals
remember?
And what kills me is liberals just give them a pass.
Yeah.
They give them a pass. They give the Obamas a pass. They give the Bidens a pass. I mean, no matter what these people do, it's like they point fingers at like the Trump family and Trumps.
Mm-hmm.
They say that they do all the things. And it's like, but they did, like the Clintons, the Obamas, they do all those things. It's just not like the hypocrisy is staggering, isn't it?
Completely staggering.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've talked about Democrats and the fact that they are struggling, but we do have our own problems and we need to be aware of them. We talked a little bit about this last week when we said that there was that special election in Iowa where that Democrats won because nobody is paying attention to special elections. And in fact, nobody is even paying attention to the fact that there are elections just 65 days away from right now. So, for example, the governorship in Virginia, that is not looking great, you guys. And so it's just something to be aware of. And I know polls, whatever, take them with a grain of salt. But the fact that the Democrat is this far ahead of Winsome Sears is not okay.
Not okay.
So if you are in Virginia, you need to be aware that there is an election this November, okay? It's not just midterms that you need to worry about. It's right now. It's any special election. You need to get your asses out to vote.
Right.
This is super important. And Scott Pressler, who you know is like the king of voter registrations, he wanted to kind of send out a warning to Republicans. He was on a walk the other night and he is sounding the alarm. And I think we would all do well to make sure we're paying attention to this.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Pressler. I'm not here to bring you a happy video. I'm here to give you a dose of reality. It's August 29th. I want you to bookmark this. You timestamp this right now. It's after 2 a.m. Republicans are going to lose everything this November unless we change things and quickly. You're going to lose the governorship in Virginia. And you're going to have a Democrat. You're going to lose the governorship in New Jersey. And you're going to have Mikey Sherrill, Murphy 2.0. And in Pennsylvania, where we have been working tirelessly, nonstop, even since the election, we're on the verge of having 3 Democrat Supreme Court justices retained until 2035.
Oh my God.
Republicans, I hate to say it, and I love ya, but I'm going to be honest. You are absolutely clueless. And it's not just the leadership at the top, but I have to say to our voters, if you are only planning to vote on election day on Tuesday, November 4th, consider the election's gone. Over. Game over. You've already lost. If you do not engage in early voting, whether in person or in Pennsylvania, the convoluted in-person on-demand mail-in voting, and if you don't request a mail-in ballot, you are going to lose everything.
Well, that's encouraging.
I know. The
Mhm.
one bit of good news is that Jerry Nadler is he's retiring. So he will not be running again. We will no longer
Penguin.
see the Penguin, which is great
Penguin,
news.
we don't have to see him. Yeah. But listen,
But-
if Winsome Sears doesn't win, can't we just say that that's racist?
We should.
Can we say
we
that?
can and we should.
Like, why doesn't a black woman win? Can't we
Yeah.
turn that around and be like, wait a second, why does the white woman win over the
Mhm.
black? I'm just putting that out
It's
there in
racist.
advance. It's racist, right?
So racist.
Mhm.
Absolutely right.
Right.
Also, you sent this video over the weekend, and this is disturbing to say the least. And it just, we've talked about how schools do not teach kids anymore to love America, to have patriotism, to care about being Americans, to understand the value of being an American, and to understand our exceptionalism as Americans. And this teacher, is making it clear that that is still an issue, and it's even worse than we thought.
I asked my U.S. History Survey class how many of them would sell their U.S. citizenship for $30,000. Half the room raised their hand. They saw no benefit to being a U.S. citizen. And so I asked these rocket geniuses where they would spend their $30,000. And one guy said, well, I'll take it to Mexico. And so as soon as somebody figures out that you're 19 years old with $30,000 in your pocket, you're going to end up in a bad way. Then next one said, well, I'm going to go to Germany, best standard of living on earth. And I said, great, that 30 grand will last you about 6 months, and then you'll figure out what their social welfare system looks like. And then third guy said, well, I'll go to Egypt. And that was so out of left field. I said, all right, everybody, stop what you're doing. Pull out your phones, pull out your tablets, and go to a website called wherecanidrinkthewater.com. And just see where on planet Earth you can just turn on the tap and drink the water. And these kids were stunned. They were absolutely gobsmacked that you couldn't go to Russia, for instance, for most of Russia, and turn on the faucet and get a glass of water. You certainly can't do that in Egypt. And so that's when I started to figure out these kids have no context for their own modern life. And things that we take for granted here have a larger story, a larger context that they need to understand, or they're not going to be fully educated.
Yeah. Educate your kids and your grandkids because they're not getting it in school.
And I mean, it's about more than, you know, what you can get from your country. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I almost hated that was like the main focus is the running water and how long your money's going to last. And
I hear
what
you. No,
but why not just have love of country for the story that America is?
Right.
For the idea that it is.
Yeah.
For the success that it's been. I mean, for the peace that it's created across the earth.
Agreed, Mock. It's like I always tell my daughter, why do you think everybody else wants to get in here? Why do you think? We're like the most exclusive club on the planet. Nobody will convince me otherwise, because that's why everybody's clamoring to get in here, man. It's like the greatest, hottest club. Why do you think 20 million people literally busted over our border? You think it's because we suck? It's not. They'll try to convince you that it does, but it is a lie. It is a lie. People aren't clamoring to get out.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, we need to do some fun things, and we're going to have a couple of tiny little specks of silence just so that we can enjoy the visual first of Meerkat, of a precious itsy bitsy little meerkat who is sharing the bed of his owner. This is the start of today's My Pillow Talks. Look at how precious he is. He's just sitting there. Why is this not my life?
He's like, where's my phone? I want to scroll TikTok. What's going on?
Oh my God, I love that so much. And then of course, when we're talking about cute animals, we got to have raccoons.
Of course.
Who I don't know what is making them do this, but this is how raccoons act with ice.
Oh,
they just want to
touch
it.
Have you ever seen that video? It's so heartbreaking, and it keeps coming up on my feed, and I wish it would stop. But it's
you're talking about the cotton candy.
With the cotton candy.
I know. It's so sad.
He grabs cotton candy and he puts it in water and it disappears, and he doesn't understand why it disappears. He's so sad, you guys.
He just wants to wash the cotton candy before he eats it. And then he's like, but
it's gone. What happened to it? It's heartbreaking. Mm-hmm.
Poor thing.
Right.
Okay, this next video it's a little rough at first because it's of a baby who's falling and getting hurt. And nobody likes to see that, right?
No.
But the best part about it, this is just why dads are awesome. The best part about it is that the baby falls. He's fine. I mean, it's a little, kids are always falling, whatever.
They're resilient. Fine. They're fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world.
Right.
But, he cries. And so then because the dad is taping this little roll down this little hill, he shows the video to the child that was just hurt. And that's where you realize how great dads are.
Oh, ouch. Oh, no.
Oh, bless it. Oh my gosh, he was so cute.
He totally laughed at himself after, which is the best lesson, right?
The greatest.
Oh God, I just love that so much.
Dad. So cute.
And then, speaking of kids, this little girl she's got so much soul, you guys. So her and her dad are in the car, and her favorite song comes on, and girl, look at her go.
you know about Aretha?
What you want? Baby, I got what you need.
Good dad.
You know I got it.
Look at the tune.
I love her.
Hey, baby, when I get Mister.
Her. And that dad is like, "Ugh, it's
Oh
gonna
my
be,
God, what have I created?
It's gonna be a long ride. This
I
is,
love her.
Mhm.
And then lastly, I think I told you, but I didn't mention it to our audience, that Garen the Irishman, who we play a lot of videos from here, he was on stage recently with Robbie Williams, and it was like all of my worlds were colliding somehow. I don't even know how that happened. I don't know the backstory. I just know that he was very grateful to Robbie Williams and that they shared a stage together. And that's amazing because Garen is a singer. I don't know if you guys knew, he's a musician. He is amazing. His voice, so dreamy, amazing. But because he's very loud, because he curses a lot, you have to wonder, what's it like to live next door to him? And I don't even know if anybody does live next door to him, but the skit is chef's kiss.
Another fucking victory for...
Do you hear that fella making TikToks again?
Ireland is getting a fucking Wendy's!
No, I've had enough of this now. I'm going over, putting a stop to this. I don't care who he is or who he thinks he is. I'm going over.
That'll appeal to the Protestants, no doubt. Wendy, will you tell me something?
And I'll starve. That's the next thing that's going to happen.
Look at the sizing of me. I'm tiny. Excuse me, I'm busy. What's wrong?
I just wanted to say I love the TikToks. Keep them up.
He's like a giant.
Okay. Stay delicious. Fucking weirdo.
He's so huge. He's
Oh
a
my God, I
huge
love
Irishman.
him. I love him so much.
He's
I love
adorable.
Garen. Okay, we have a lot of thank yous that I've seen come in today. Let me make sure I get them all.
We do
Okay,
have quite a bit.
we have one from the weekend. Don Ross said, "These are my private parts, my private parts, my private parts." It's been in my head all day, she says. Thank you, jerks.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
Sorry.
Roth Lady Wright says, "Good morning, chicks. First, Daisy, happy belated birthday."
Thank you.
I was dealing with my fistula blood clot last week. Oh my God, that's too much information. And then when I posted happy birthday blessings to you, I somehow deleted it. At that point, I said F it and laughed. It was just the week I was having. Logging on this morning, immediately hearing the grammar punctuation police saga tale Mock went through made me laugh first thing. I happened to still double space after each sentence, if for no other reason but true habit. So I would not have argued with the Karen that felt she needed to police the internet for punctuation. I would have just said GFY. Leaving me to say, we no longer really care if you don't like our grammar, punctuation, or the way we speak. Please, GFY, have a blessed day. Praising Jesus for you today and every day, from Jennifer. And Angela TH said, "Let them get to Gaza, just don't let them back out," referring to the flotilla.
I don't think they would get back out. That's
I
the
think
thing.
that would be good for everybody.
This is the thing.
Connie LaFrance said, "I'm 10 years older than you girls, and I was taught the two spaces. I was not taught the two spaces. I was taught one, but I have no problem with you doing you. LOL. Thank you for your attention to this matter." Julie Fuelbirth said, "Great interview with Josh Sider." Yes, that's right. That came out over the weekend.
So great. Yeah.
He's so great.
He is fun.
I have really enjoyed all the interviews lately. You are on an excellent roll. Thank you. We have more to come.
We do.
And Deanna Hale said, "Cheering on all the students walking out of James Day Middle School in Temecula, California today for allowing a boy in the girls' locker room and trying to have the girls sign a form stating they have the mental disorder because they won't change with him."
Yep. No.
Yeah, rock on. Those students that are walking out,
Totally.
go.
We salute you.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, now you.
Marcy Paralez, good morning, chicks. I hope you had an awesome weekend. Thank you for all you do to brighten my day. Have a great week. Thank you, Marcy. Brian Brumley, wait, I thought we old guard were the grammar Nazis. Oh, and by the way, Sherry Ray, why are you gay? Kimberly Donaldson, 514, very generous. Thank you so much. I'm starting my new job today in South Carolina. Was messaging my boss, voice text active, F word went to my boss, got phone call, and I'm now dying. I knew it was boss, voice text active. Okay, you said, okay. So you just, it was all just a repeat. Oh my God.
I mean, you're not in trouble.
I feel like your boss is going to be like, okay, that's funny. That's kind of funny.
I hope so. If it's a good boss.
It's just J863. I guess all the people at Apple that write iOS are ignorant as well. Otherwise, how come autofill won't put a period after a word unless you double space after it?
That's right? I hadn't even noticed because I only double space. Okay.
Very interesting. Maybe that's the thing. That's very interesting. We got to like test that. Terry Ray Nick, 6070. Imagine the president wanting to take a break from the brain dead medium. The previous administration had like 6 pressers and a defense secretary was missing for like 2 weeks. That's right. Their faux outrage always amazes me. That's right. I totally forgot about the defense secretary. Lloyd, what's his name? Austin, I think. Reba Henry, 6242. Daisy, I'm with you on the Chinese thing. I worked at the Pentagon as a DoD civilian, and the Chinese would hack into our computer systems all the time. So why are we inviting 600,000 more? Irritated. Win or lose, 82. If anyone thinks this Palestinian thing is only about Israel, y'all got another thing coming. This is about destroying America and our values.
Of course.
Yeah. Brian Brumley, 1. Greta looks like a gay, constipated 14th century English page boy.
It totally does.
Yeah.
She totally does.
Lord Farquhar. Shore and C, thank you for that super sticker. Melissa Tuttle, 3013. Newsom is the biggest fake. He is fake. Fake. Stroke Jen, hello. Did you hear about the guy that got stuck in an upholstery machine? He is fully recovered.
Oh, dad joke. A
little early. That's right. Stroke Jen, libs don't want us calling them illegal, so they will now be referred to as travelers without authorization to stay or twats. I like it. That's awesome. Kim Mac 9572. Good morning, jerks. Hey, Daisy. The occupant of the Illinois governor's mansion is an idiot, and I have called him Pritzker for years. It sucks here. Take my money. Thank you, Kim. All right, so we're bringing in. You guys, I will not be here tomorrow or Thursday. I'm sorry. I will not be here. My husband's having surgery, and so
he's getting a new knee just like I did.
He is. So I'm going to be at surgery with him tomorrow, and then I'm going to be taking care of him on Thursday, and then I will be back on Friday. Okay, it's just 2 days. I need to take off to make sure he's okay, and then I'll be back, and that's it. And then we will have kids helping out and all that kind of stuff with driving and everything because we've got stuff. So I'll be back on Friday, just 2 days. She will have help. She'll be here. We will still be online and doing the things, but she will have help. And then I will be back on Friday, and everybody have a wonderful day today, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.